Mogejwa, adwa wacho wach moro kae mathin. Mokwongo ji osiepe ga moko osebedo ka penja. Ing'eni awuok Oyugis to Ongondo Were chalo kaka wuonwa. Wawuok e anyuola achiel, wadak machiegni. Even though ok nadongo dala, nadongo e town. So most of my early life nadak Kisumo. To mokwongo, agoyo mos makende ne anyuola mara, jo Kasipulwa, kuom wito wuodwa ma Ongondo Were. To en gima rach ahinya because Ongondo nyocha obedo ka wuoyo, no raise issues or wacho ni idwa nege, there were differences. And I want to be very categorical. First of all, assassinations, especially government-sanctioned assassinations, they control the narrative. It cannot be that all this time people have been not too vocal about Ongondo Were being the monster that is being portrayed to be. And then all of a sudden, the man dies, and what we see is a well-coordinated narrative manipulation to portray him as a monster. That, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't just happen. This is something that whoever planned for this assassination knew, and that makes me have a strong conviction that this assassination was carried out by either the full Kenyan government or someone deep inside the government of William Ruto. Because the shooters, after shooting Ongondo Were, they ran back towards the CBD, passing the traffic police headquarters. Who does that? If you are an assassin, if you are a regular guy and you are not a police officer, why would you kill someone and run towards the police station? So, I want to say this. Ongondo Were was not a saint. I also want to say that if you are anyone from Homa Bay County, not even Homa Bay, anyone from Nyanza, you know that we have allowed the culture of political violence was a year for the longest time. Ni siasa maluo Nyanza nyaka jitongre kod beti jidao, so there's goon A against this goon. It is a culture that nobody in Luo Nyanza, the political leaders, can claim that they are innocent. So you cannot use that, because Ongondo Were, of course, had his goons. His opponents also had his goons. And so this has been a goon war between Ongondo Were and his political rivals. And it is a very bad culture that we have allowed to continue and continue and continue. So those of you on social media who fell for this fallacy, for this scheme, and are buying this narrative that Ongondo Were was a horrible man, well, I'm here to tell you that I know the man. The man is my homie. He's my family member. So he's not the kind of man that you are portraying him to be. And if you really want to know, I want you to go to Kasipul and talk to the women of Kasipul. Go to the villages and talk with the people that Ongondo Were has empowered, the people who interacted with him in funerals and all that. The issue has been that there's political factions, and we have made the political violence culture a normal thing. So as I continue, see, some of us have been very quiet. We were happy. We took the decision and we took for the country. We stopped criticizing Ruto as we used to, because we wanted to support him, because we saw after the Gen Z protest, we realized that we would have no country. Kenya was going to go to the dogs had we allowed that violence to continue the way it was continuing. But it cannot be that when we are quiet, when we are trying to embrace a culture of working together, a culture of dialogue, a culture of creating conducive environment, we have people, especially this one is to Juluo, Mantiere Serikal. And some of them, I know them. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Some of these people are people I know. Some of these people are people I've shared political platforms with. We've eaten together. We've been literally friends. And now you are in government of William Ruto, and now you think all of a sudden you are too powerful. You want to chart the path for Luos. You want to chart the path for Luo political future. Unemundu wapango sijui Omabei, we want to put so and so as governor. Sijui we want to do this, and you're using your proximity to power of President William Ruto and killing your fellow Luo, shooting him like a dog in the city. Unego owadu nikech koro un koro neno ni untiere serikal mar Ruto udwa pango un makoro udwa pango ni Raila oseti Raila chiegni tho koro wane modwa pango Nyanza. I want to say this very strongly because we are hurting. We are hurting. It cannot be that in Kenyan political discourse it is always Luos who are killed and shot. Ogola nyoche kotho. You just killed Ogola the other day. There's never been any justice. The other day we saw a young man from Kiambu, I don't know whether it was Kiambu or Meru, abducted by the police. Do you know why they returned him? Do you know why they released them? Because his community fought. Kikuyus and the Meru and the Embu came out and say, no, give us our son back, whether alive or dead. We can no longer allow any government to continue killing Luos and make it normal, normalize it. You kill a whole member of parliament because of your local political differences. And you want us to just sit back and say, yeah, Ruto will come, usual nonsense. First of all, guys, from parliament to where Ongondo Were was shot is less than 2 miles. Less than 2 miles. So if the Kenya government really wanted to get or apprehend the killers, there's no any way that those guys should have gotten any 10 miles. You could literally call the police right away and do a 20-mile radius block off. 20 miles. Sani, podi gimanyo, gidwa manufacture. This is the thing in Kenya. You kill somebody, you assassinate somebody, and then the police manufacture. Ongondo Were said very clearly that the people who were planning to kill him had access to police. Who are these people? He mentioned names, and I don't want to mention those names because I know those people, and that's what breaks my heart. A few weeks ago, I noticed, Facebook now you can see who's checking your profile. My profile was checked actually by very senior people in Ruto's government. And I was wondering, I was like, why? Why is this person checking my profile? Someone from their office checked my profile. Maybe they didn't even know. Katieko jothurwa, wajoluo, wanigi shida maduong kabisa sani. Last month, nyocha in Babu Owino. Babu Owino came out and said a meeting was held and they were trying to figure out ways on how to deal with Babu Owino. Shida mawan godo jothurwa kaka joluo. Madwa ni mundu nge, anadwa nyiso very clearly and very confidently. Ni one gi a new group of young Luos masani nigi proximity to power. That's what we call it. Gichiri giruto. Gina is serikal. And so they want to push this narrative ni mondo ni Raila kuwuok nito jokiajo siayo okchakt. They want to divide us. And if you guys have been paying attention, you'll realize that Raila Odinga of late, Kodiel Kamora Morama Baba Dieto, Baba has been preaching the message of peace. Because our enemies, osebedo penye mo pango ni jaduoni kwa semako, to kose tho, nikech koro Raila duong, wane mawadhi koro control Nyanza. Let me come here and say this to you people making these plans. That we Luos cannot be controlled by anybody. God is the one who knows who will emerge mabiro telo ne joluo. To kibedo kanyo ni gimoro wuondi ni korido pango ni dhi telo ne joluo. Raila Odinga ok no pango telo ne joluo. It was a God gift to him. Bang tho mar babagi. So we hope that this government, for the first time, we want to see the real killers of Ongondo Were brought to book. Don't play these games of us. You go look for some innocent kid somewhere. Mnamwekelea alafu anatoroka police station. We want to see complete investigations. Let's see if your broad-based government yenyu mutaka nayo. We want justice.